Hello and welcome everyone to the latest episode of Idle Musings of the Nerd Mind podcast. Welcome everybody, for everyone that's tuning in over on YouTube or tuning in at Facebook or Twitter or wherever we're at. Are we on
We're everywhere. We're worldwide.
Yeah.
you can almost say we're on the worldwide web.
Yeah. We're everywhere.
Mhm.
Oh,
Well,
we're on. Oh, I'm sorry. Spotify.
No, keep going. Where are we, Richard?
Spotify. There we go.
Yes.
Audio.
Spotify now is
Audio
video.
only.
No, Spotify's got video now.
You keep telling me that. I have. Okay, I'm going tonight.
It's
I'm going
crazy.
on there.
It's crazy. I was
Okay.
like, why does Spotify have video? I'm confused by this. But nonetheless, you are correct, Richard. We are on Spotify. So thank you for joining us. If you are watching the video over at any of our social medias, including Spotify, or if you're just tuning into the audio version of it, you're also welcome. Come join us over at facebook.com/Idle Nerd Musings, or over at Twitter at Idle Nerd Musings, or all of our fun stuff. You'll find all the links down below our video and our podcast if you guys want to join us over there. Thank you for joining us. And of course, as always, I'm down at the bottom now and I'm confused by this. I feel like I've been on the top videos for like the last year that we've been doing this. So I'm like confused by this. Thank you for the two people above me who will be joining me today. My name is Matt Reif Schneider. I am one of your three lovely co-hosts today. And over on the above me right here, if I could get my finger right, I've got the wonderful
Stephanie.
Yep, she sings it every time. And over on the other side, I've got the inimitable
Richard Williams. Hello.
Hello. Yeah, I was waiting for the air horn. It comes.
I had to do it.
In the first 5 minutes of every episode. Yes, it's there. So thank you guys for joining me today. We have a lot to talk about and everything. And if you want to, as I said before, follow us on social media. Go ahead and check us out over at Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, you name it. You can follow me over at the Movie Mat, which is underneath me right now. You can follow Richard over at his handle, which is those random set of numbers or whatever. It's a Texas thing, I think, right?
Hey, it's a zip code 78704, baby. Hey.
718. What? Sorry,
718.
Go ahead, yell it out.
That's New
Yell
York.
it out.
What's up?
Yeah, yell it out.
605 is the area code for South Dakota for the entire state.
Is it?
Sure is. Wow. We literally are a worldwide, across the United States anyway, group of people who have come together for this podcast. And again, we are the Idle Musings of a Nerd Mind, a podcast dedicated to analyzing all the nerd comings and goings in a stream of consciousness format for everybody to join with us. We haven't seen each other in a couple of weeks, so we have so much to catch up on, guys. I'm very excited to talk a lot about some major kind of topics that have kind of happened in the last week or so. But let's start off like we always do with a little bit of just what have you been doing in the last week or so? And so I'll start over with Richard. Oh, wrong side, Richard. And we'll start with you. What have you been doing this week, Richard?
Okay, when I had time between trying to move, trying to go to college, and I don't know, everything else. Boom! I've been doing my wrong one. I've been doing my research on Kang the Conqueror. That's right, baby. On Avengers. Earth's Mightiest Heroes. That's right, I knew it. I just wanted to make sure. So
the best part is I sincerely appreciate that you had those planned out beside you, so you're like, bam, from like either side, like you just like press.
Oh,
like, bam, Avengers, Mightiest Heroes. So.
Hey, it's really good. They did a lot of actual like comic book stories. They modernized it a little bit, but Kang was one of those stories, and wow, was that a really, really fun cartoon? So they do like an arc. They do mini arcs of comic books and stuff. So I've been brushing up on that, and like I said, get ready to go to college on the 22nd, and moving to a new place in September. So lots of change, lots of change. But that's me. What about you two
Change is
crazy
good.
kids?
Yeah, let's kick it over to Steph. Steph, what have you been doing this week?
Working.
Yeah, I was gonna say you just got a glazed look over your eyes. You were like, "Oh, geez, I'm
Living.
trying to remember."
Living life.
I don't know. What have we watched? What have we watched? What was that Nick Cage movie?
We watched The
Oh,
Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent.
That was fantastic. That was
okay.
excellent.
Good to hear that. Good to hear it.
Excellent. I feel like we watched a lot, actually.
Yeah, I feel like we did. We caught up on a lot of stuff. So
Yeah, I'm never good with names, guys.
Hmm.
I can tell you what we've been doing.
Those are goosebumps.
Collecting.
For those of you who are not on the visual,
Okay. That's what we do. The original run.
Oh,
Collecting
wow.
them.
That's very cool.
We watched Carter. I think that's on
Yeah.
Netflix. Is that on Netflix?
Yes, that was Netflix.
Yeah. That was nonstop action. Like, did not let up. Not for 1 second. It was good. Oh my God, dude. What was that Chinese movie we saw in the movie theater?
We saw Detective versus Sleuths.
Yo, that was dope. That was really good. That was super good. I really enjoyed that one.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Which theater?
Yeah, what? It was the AMC in Westminster.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Popped up. It's a movie I've been following for a little bit of time because I saw the trailer and it looked good. And it randomly showed up for one day here in Denver at one theater.
What?
And we were able to go see it. So I was like, hell yeah, let's go see it. So us and
That's pretty awesome.
people were in that theater. So it was not
That's
like
pretty awesome.
Yeah. So pretty excited about that.
All right, I'm just going to toss it over to you, Matt, because you have a much better memory than I do.
Well, I also, for those of you who are as nerdy about movies as I do, I also have the Letterboxd app where I track every movie I ever watch.
Oh my God.
So I can tell you exactly what we watched in the last 2 weeks. If we want to go through all of it, because there is a lot. You're absolutely right. I know for me, I started off, I got to work, or I had to work for a home because I had some car issues last week, and I started on my Stanley Kubrick. So as I had mentioned before on the podcast, I did a Sam Raimi marathon where I watched all of his movies. Now I'm starting my Stanley Kubrick one. Nice. So I watched his first two films. I watched Fear and Desire and Killer's Kiss. First time watch for both of those for me. I'm not a huge Stanley Kubrick fan, which I know will get us a lot of vitriol online, because every time I say that, everybody gets really mad at me. But didn't love either of those movies. So some interesting stuff for his early career, but Fear and Desire is a struggle to watch. So there is that. Steph and I did watch The Shaolin Plot, which is an old school kung fu movie. Yeah, it's pretty good stuff. We watched Allegoria, which is the new horror film from Spider-1, the lead singer of Power Man 5000, for those of you who remember the early aughts and industrial metal. So Allegoria was surprisingly good. I'll give that. It's like a anthology horror film. It's got like 5 or 6 different little short stories. He directs all of them, and there's the last segment is explicitly good. And I hope Spider-1 gets to direct a lot more movies. Cool. And then watch Carter, and then of course 2 last films I want to throw out there is Bullet Train. We did a good chance to go see Bullet Train.
Yeah, we did see Bullet Train. How can
you
I forget?
Did? Oh man, I want to see it.
Yeah, that was good. It was good.
Is it good?
Yeah.
Okay. Yay.
With a capital FU. And it's so much fun. It's a blast. It's like a Guy Ritchie film with Jackie Chan stunt work. So that's
Nice.
yeah. Which if you don't like that sense of humor or that kind of comedy, that's going to be a struggle for you. But like, it's very kind of self-indulgent and silly and whatnot. So there is
I
that.
love that.
And then of course, the last film I did want to bring up is Resurrection, which has Rebecca Hall. It is a horror movie.
Oh my God, yeah.
That we got to watch.
Fantastic.
Incredible film, very unnerving. More than anything.
I love Rebecca Hall. She's
I
good.
love Rebecca Hall.
Oh my God.
She's a powerhouse. And like, I don't know if Resurrection would have been a great film without her. It's her and Tim Roth are the two kind of main characters. And they're both.
I want to see it. I know what you're talking about. Yeah. Oh my God. So I so want to see it.
Highly recommended. Resurrection might be the best film I've seen so far since we last recorded. So I just wanted to give that up. So
great.
So there we go. So that's what we did. And as Steph said, we're collecting Goosebumps. And so we're gonna try to our goal is to own every Goosebumps.
I wish I could show you my Goosebump shelf.
Ever.
It's not a shelf, it's 2 shelves.
Yeah. You'd be shocked. Did you ever read Goosebumps, Richard?
Yeah, I read Goosebumps. Long time.
Oh, yeah, right? Okay. It's like a childhood favorite of mine.
I want to just give a shout out to we're all going to the World's Fair and this dope ass box.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Yeah, you can even see the words
on
it. The light's catching it.
Yeah. I know.
This is so cool. Great movie. Great movie.
Yeah.
You should go support him.
All right, on my list.
It's a nice little indie film, and they released this nice little collector's Blu-ray that we picked up at diabolicdvd.com.
Nice.
Hashtag not sponsored, but if you want to,
if you like, see the little,
please,
you can kind of see the wording in there.
Right.
You can see it a little bit at the when the
light hits it. It's because it's not written there; it's written in texture on the slip cover.
Oh, that's awesome.
The wording is in texture. Yeah, the packaging on that box set is good. So, shout out to that movie and Diabolic DVD for carrying that one. So, awesome. Yes, Richard in the front row.
What? One more thing. The Last Unicorn will be at the Alamo Draft House, Sloan's Lake. One of my favorite movies in the whole world when I was a kid. They're showing The Last Unicorn. Okay, done. Everyone is like probably like, oh my God, Richard and unicorns. But
Richard, yeah.
Richard, whatever. I love unicorns.
No, I get it. You have a split personality. One side is a vampire, the other is a unicorn. It's fine. Right? You just have a lot of stabby stuff in your face. You got stabby turns and stabby.
I'm in.
Oh my God.
Steph, write that down. We need to put that in our book.
Done.
Yeah.
1 million copies sold first day.
We'll call them Fang-icorns. Is that what we're gonna?
Oh my God, that's great. I love that.
Yeah, and they're going to be a detective because everything is now a detective.
Pikachu. Yeah,
Pikachu became a detective with Ryan Reynolds because I guess that
Pikachu could do it, I could do
it. Oh my God.
Yeah, a Fang-icorn does kind of sound like a Pokemon now that you mention it. Like
it really does.
Gotta catch 'em all.
Yeah, it really does. Yeah. Oh my goodness.
All right, let's kick over to our first subject of the evening, and that is a new a little new film that just dropped on Hulu, and that is a film called Prey, the latest film in the Predator franchise, directed by Dan Trachtenberg, starring Amber Midthunder. It just dropped on Hulu. We are going to be talking a little bit of spoilers here because it's hard not to talk. I don't know. It's a Predator film. I don't know if there's like spoilers per se, but like we will be talking about this film in general. So for those of you who haven't seen it, please feel free to jump onto Hulu, go check it out. Prey is now available to watch. It's only available on Hulu. which is disappointing to a certain degree, I guess, for me. But
oh yeah, that would have been amazing in a theater.
Yeah, that's what everyone's saying.
Yeah.
It would have been like so good in the theater, but yeah, someone to show it. I'm sure if enough people.
I'm hoping. I don't know. Disney's pretty. I mean, Disney now owns the most of Hulu. So for those of you who don't know, Disney does own Hulu, and because they bought Fox, they now have all of the Fox franchises. So they were the ones that put Prey into production. I don't know, guys. Overall thoughts: Prey, yay, nay?
Absolute fucking yay.
Absolutely.
No.
Yeah.
Cute, yay.
I thought it was so fucking cool that they had it in Comanche, which is how we watched it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow! Okay.
You know,
yeah.
It was dope.
Yeah, they had it dubbed in Comanche, which I was like stoked about. So
that's very cool, man.
I think Amber Oh, what?
No, go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
I was just gonna say, everybody out there, watch it in Comanche. Show Disney and all these studios that we want to watch those films in their in the native language. So
absolutely,
yeah, 100% behind that. Yeah, I think Amber Midthunder was fucking amazing.
Yes.
You know, her big eyes, and she's so badass. And for those of you that don't know, her dad's like a famous stunt guy, right?
Mm-hmm.
What's his name?
Yep. His name is David Midthunder.
Oh, I was gonna say David Midthunder. Never doubt yourself, guys.
Never doubt yourself. Don't be like Steph.
Oh. No, be like Steph.
Be like Steph. Walk through.
Be like Steph.
Yeah, guys, I don't know. It was so cool. Native Americans versus a fucking like feral predator. It was fucking dope. And like
trappers too. The French.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I just think that it was, you know, in a way it was pretty much girl power, you know?
Yeah.
Everybody said she couldn't do it. She fucking did it, you know? And then at the end, I thought it was just like, it kind of got me when her brother was like, do you know how I got the lion? I did everything you told me to do. You're 100% right. You're always right. You know? So yeah, I thought it was dope. I thought the scenes of the wolf fighting the predator and the bear fighting the predator were incredible. I thought the movie looked beautiful. You know, there's beautiful shots. Yeah, I thought the fucking movie's great. You guys, it was great. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah. What about you, Richard? What's your thoughts?
Everything Steph said, and you know, a little bit more. What fascinated me, and yes, I did research about it. At the end of the movie, so he died. So you kind of see at the end of the movie, the predators are coming. And you even see it in the artwork that the predators are coming. You see in the Indian artwork. The thing that got me is when she got the gun, right?
Mm-hmm.
That is the exact same gun from Predator 2.
Yep.
So, are we going to have Prey 2? Because you're going to have to show how that gun got into the Predator Greyback, the older Predator, when he gave it to Danny Glover. And I wonder if it's going to be that Predator who might take it from her. But it kind of makes me sad because will she survive? Will she fake her death or something? You know, these things make me wonder. I want her to survive. I want her, you know, kids to survive, her ancestors. So maybe they, I don't know, at some point, are predator hunters or something like that. But anyway, I absolutely loved it. I loved how smart she was. I loved how everyone kept telling her, you know, no, don't go do it. One of my favorite things is the chemical that makes her basically go cold, and he can't see her. and she's having a conversation with her mom, and her mom's like, "Where did you learn that from you?" And I just love the fact that she's did all this stuff, but she is so intelligent and she's taking in everything. She's watching everybody, and she's like, "I can do that better," and I just love how she's like looking at stuff, and I love how it was more intelligence in this than just brute muscle force going after a predator. It was refreshing, and I have to say, I think it's anyway. I'm probably gonna make some enemies. I kind of like it
Say it.
than the original. I
That's
like
fair.
it.
That's a fair assessment.
Yeah, I like it a little bit more than the original, and I think Predators gets way too much hate. That was a good movie, and it was original, and I loved it. They took them to their planet. So anyway, I'm done. I loved it.
I'm done. I loved it.
I loved it.
No, so you bring up an interesting point, Richard, and I agree with both of you in general in those terms. I did get a review up over at bloodbrothersfilms.com. If you guys want to read my full review for Prey over there, but you bring up an interesting point because yes, about the gun and the predators coming to get the gun, right? Which is teased at the end of it. It's interesting because if I were to like fanfic write a Prey 2 or whatever, I would totally steal from the Aliens versus Predator comics. And in the comics, I don't know, have either of you read those comics? Or
I've read some of them. No. I like them.
Yeah. So in the comics, and the comics take place in the far future. So this would be an adaptation of the kind of the idea of the story. But there is a young woman who actually becomes a predator herself. She becomes one of the hunters. She's a human woman who is taken in by one of the tribes.
Black? She was a black woman, right?
Or she was Japanese. Her name was like...
Okay. All right.
Mishiko or something like that. Anyway.
Okay. Go ahead.
And she becomes one of the predators, and she's like there when there's a planet that gets overrun by the xenomorphs from Alien, and she ends up having to like almost be jump sides from predators to humans to try to like facilitate them to work together to defeat the aliens.
Cool.
It's an interesting idea, but like, wouldn't it be cool if we adapted Prey to do that? Like, she talks about it. She never fit in, and she's trying so hard to fit in to prove them wrong or whatever. And maybe, the predator, she finds her own tribe, with these predators or whatever. I think that might be an interesting way to adapt that story. To get us where we need to be with the gun. But I think that's a kind of a cool way to end the movie. And as you guys said, the movie's gorgeous and well shot, and the action is great. And I know people were complaining about the new Predator look, the new feral predator and whatnot, but man, I'm not into that. I totally loved it. I loved the new Predator, so
I loved it. I will say they did a run in Dark Horse comic books where they actually showed where that pistol came from, and it was a pirate, and he ended up fighting with the Predator against his whole crew because they were after him. And he ended up dying and ended up giving it to the Predator after all of that. Now, is that going to happen? Is that canon? I don't think so. But I mean,
they can pull it if they want. Yeah. So
I mean, they could. I mean, who's doing it now? I mean, they're doing it in Star Wars. They're bringing some of the characters from the books and stuff. Why the hell not? Can you do that? Anyway, I thought it was really interesting.
So I want to pitch because I think what Prey does really, really well is that it goes back to basics, right? It strips it back, goes back to the basics of survival, and its big gimmick versus like adding more to it is changing the setting. And it takes it in, 1700s Northern Plains with a Comanche, group and things like that. So I wanted to pitch out to you guys, if you could make a new Predator movie and put it at any place in time, where would you put it and why? You guys look both I love it. You guys are like really in thought mode.
What would be yours?
What would be mine?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if I was to do mine, right, I think I would like to do something in Egyptian times.
Yo, get out of here! Because I was just thinking that.
So
Dude.
I
Wow.
think that would be kind of
Wow.
an idea, because you could do like how they were the science that they're working on and things like that. I think that would be cool, especially because you're now putting the predator in a desert. We've seen him in a city. We've seen him on the predator planet. We've seen him in the jungle. We've seen him in the plains. Let's see him in a desert. So that would be my. I would probably do Egyptian times.
Oh man,
deficit.
Oh,
I was
that
gonna
would
say
be.
that.
That's better than what I was going to say. I was going
What
to
were you
say
gonna say?
Vikings.
Vikings. Hey.
Yeah, during that time, I thought that would be good. I would say Aztecs, but they did that with, Predator versus Alien, and I still love it to this day.
Yeah, they kind of did, didn't they? Except it was
Yeah.
Aztecs. It was
Yeah, but the Vikings I think would be good, and I think I don't know, maybe because of Beowulf and all of that, and maybe that Predator can be like Grendel or whatever. Anyway, maybe
that would be cool.
Greco-Roman
like a Beowulf
times.
story.
Yeah,
Okay.
I mean, I think that would be really great. This monster, and then you see the monster, and it's a freaking predator, and they kept calling it Grendel, and it's like, oh my god, it would just be really shocking. It's like, okay, so the Grendel from Beowulf is a predator. Awesome. Yeah. Roman times, Roman times versus Greek times, because the Romans were a little bit more savage than the Greeks were. The Greeks were a little bit enlightened, and the Romans took everything from them. So
you could literally drop a predator in the movie 300, and he would fit right in. It would be.
Oh yeah, that would be so awesome. It's
I think like a war movie would be cool. Like they come to the fucking planet during a war. In
the trenches, trenches,
some
stuff.
shit
like World War I.
Yeah,
that would be
the
very
real
cool.
reason.
Yeah, yeah, that's
all these things in history. It was the predator.
Yeah,
I love it.
I think that would be fun. I totally thought, Steph, that you would say samurai. You got to see your samurai.
I thought about that, but literally the first thing that came to my head was the pyramids in ancient Egypt.
Yeah,
that'd be cool.
That's very
cool. I think that's great.
All right. Well,
and I would absolutely do samurai if my boy was in it. By the way.
Oh, Hiroyuki Sanada.
Absolutely, bro.
Yeah. He was in Bullet Train, and he got to kick some ass.
He's fucking fantastic, bro. He literally kills it in everything he's in.
He kills it and everything. We literally talked about him on the last episode. That's how. Because
he's that good.
This is how we got into the argument about Sunshine, is because he's in the movie Sunshine.
Oh, that's right.
About what character he plays. Yeah, so Hiroyuki Sanada.
Still don't know.
I love that.
He's the flower guy. He's the dude that dies with the flower, right?
I'm pretty sure he is. Okay. Yeah. So we all just need to watch it. Let's just do a live commentary, all three of us. Watch Sunshine, and then.
I have it. I think I have the special directors, whatever, but I have it. I love it. Oh my god. It's amazing.
Yeah, love it. So for those of you who are listening or watching this, please let us know. Did you like Prey? And if you want to, shout out, what time period do you think would be the best? Should it be pirates, like Richard originally said? Should he fight pirates?
Matt, who was his son on Bullet Train?
Andrew Koji.
Okay, what did Andrew Koji tweet the other day?
He essentially tweeted, or he made a statement that he really wants to be in the Ghost of Tsushima movie.
Yo, Andrew Koji would be fucking dope. Andrew, I got your back. Yo, I support that.
Dude, 100%. Andrew Koji rules, and he was great in Warrior. He was I know Steph and I are both staunch defenders of the movie Snake Eyes, which is
Loved it.
and the G.I. Joe one.
I loved it, Richard. You didn't like it? Richard, what are you talking about?
It just hurt my feelings. I'm a G.I. Joe fan.
Bro.
Yeah, I'll defend Snake Eyes all the ways. I thought that movie
I love that movie. That movie was so good.
Dude, and Andrew Koji as Storm Shadow was like the best fucking casting, man. Andrew Koji rules.
I didn't say I didn't like the actors. I just didn't like the movie. Okay, the Baroness pissed me off. Okay, I'm done. Oh,
that's completely fair. If we wanted to get on a Snake Eyes tangent, we could, because it is better not as a
I thought
G.I.
it
Joe
was
film.
bullshit that they didn't have that girl fight. That they teased it and then fucking do it. That was one of my gripes with that movie.
It was a big gripe because you started that statement with "it was bullshit."
Yeah, it's true.
Stephanie hates it.
Loves Snake Eyes. Thinks one scene is bullshit. Yeah. Headlines now in the newspapers. Yeah. So yeah, I'm a bit staunch defender. Yes, Andrew Koji in a Ghost of Tsushima movie would be incredible. So I'm completely down for it. Chad Stahelski is right now slated to direct that movie.
But my man has to be in it too.
So, oh yeah, of course. He probably would play his uncle, Lord Shamira. I know these names because I've been playing this game religiously for the last year.
You think they would make him the evil uncle?
Dude, he
probably
plays Scorpion in Mortal Kombat, and he does a damn good job.
Yeah,
oh my god,
yeah. So
he's so good.
Nonetheless, we have a little over 10 minutes left, and there's another large thing that happened this last week and a half, that happened in the world of all of our interests, I guess, like as a movie nerd, comic nerd, TV nerd, and everything. And that is the WB Discovery merger finally came out with their Q2 announcement.
You mean the takeover?
And the takeover.
The hostile takeover?
Using the movie for tax write-offs. Come on. Come on. What are you doing?
Who knew the Food Network Big Daddy would be so angry? But that's what we had. And we had all these crazy announcements that came out of it. And it started kind of slowly unraveling out, where they started pulling movies from HBOMax. Like HBOMax originals started disappearing. That was kind of the first sign that we were like, what's going on? And then, they started canceling TV shows that were already completed, including the new animated Ellen DeGeneres season for her show or whatever. And like they canceled it. The season's done and they canceled it.
I'm not hurt.
And they were like tax write-off. But the big tax write-off. I feel like I wish I could cancel things and just say tax write-off and be like, sorry, I'm not going to pay my car payment anymore. Tax write-off. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to try that, see if that works. I'll call Wesley Snipes, ask him if it does. But
oh my god.
Or Shakira at this point.
That's what I was going to say. There was somebody else that just got nailed on tax evasion. No, Shakira. Yeah.
Good for her.
Yeah. Her hips don't lie, but her tax forms do. So that's what we've come to conclude out of it.
Right. Exactly. Oh my god.
But the big news is that they started canceling a bunch of movies and things like that, and rearranged all of HBO Max's behind the scenes kind of stuff. They basically gutted their entire scripted creative department and then gave it all to HBO. I had heard rumors that layoffs were like 70% of that entire department. I don't know if that's true or not, so don't quote me on it. But the big news, though, that got everyone riled up is they canceled Batgirl, which was almost done filming, a $90 million movie, and they just straight up canned it. And I know we've already been joking about it, but guys, thoughts on this? Is this the new way? Is what WB Discovery, or whatever their name is now, Warner Brothers Discovery, is they're combining the streaming services, which I was showing Steph the graph that was like they consider HBO Max a male service, and they consider Discovery Plus a female service.
Oh my god, I saw that.
Did you guys see that? I know Steph saw that because I showed it to her. Did you see that, Richard?
Yeah, I'm trying to think where I saw it though. I want to say like John Oliver, but it was not John Oliver.
It
But
could
that
be. He's
was-
on HBO. He's with HBO and HBO Max. I could see him. taking a pot
That's
shot
true.
at it.
And he made fun of Batgirl. He was just like, this, that, and the other. Batgirl, why are you taking it off? And he's just like, but I love the powers that be. Keep my show on.
Sounds
I'm
about
like,
right.
you better. You better.
Yeah, he's on
Oh my
HBO,
god.
so.
I
thought it
know
was
that
bullshit.
sucks. We're never gonna get a Tokyo Vice. You know, we're never gonna get so many other shows. You know, I hope they don't fucking take away Westworld. But when it comes to Westworld, I
Oh.
assume every season's the last season.
Yeah.
You know, but
And
They
they
just
say-
keep surprising you. They're just waiting longer
Yeah.
and longer between seasons. It'll be a 10-year wait between the season
Oh
and
my
5.
god.
So
and I think, you know, I do like reality TV because I am a housewives junkie, but is everything just gonna go that way? You know, how many 90-Day Fiance shows can you possibly fucking have? You know, and why is that considered female and HBO considered male when I watch
It's
more HBO?
ridiculous.
You know,
Yeah.
that
hmm?
I was gonna say that infographic where they were like, "Here's our big
That was so
brands
stupid.
that we're gonna focus on," and one of the brands was the 90 Day Fiance universe, and it had its own logo, and I
Oh
was
my
like,
God.
"That is." It's like right next to the Batman logo, and
I just
fucking
didn't know
died.
people
I
loved
thought it
that
was
show that much. And I mean, as far as canceling Batgirl, like I think it's fucked up, bro. You know, if it
Yeah.
was a white dude when that happened, I'm sorry, but my mind goes there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
You know, it's
you're
hard
not the
not
only
to.
one. Yeah, I mean,
You know,
Kevin
and
Smith,
wasn't it directed by like two Middle Eastern guys?
yeah, the guys who directed Bad Boys for Life.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man. I
were
mean,
directing it.
it's fucked
And-
up. Of course, they
and her-
cancel.
I was gonna say, and also, I mean, talking about your mind going there, I mean, they were gonna introduce Barbara Gordon's roommate who was trans.
Mhm.
You know, and I'm just like, all right, so this movie seems like it's like hitting all the check marks, you know, all the boxes for, you know, everyone kind of being in it and diversity, you know, matters and what have you, and they just axed it and said it was a tax write-off. I'm like, what are
It's
you
like,
doing?
how?
What are you doing?
I mean, yeah, and as kind of the memes have streamed out, like, how bad is it? I mean, Sony released Morbius eventually, like, so. I mean,
That's
like,
a fucking fact. If you could release Morbius twice,
twice, yeah,
then there's really no excuse.
twice. I can't wait till we convince them to release it as a
That's-
TV show. So I just.
Oh my god, Morbius the TV show. It might be better. I don't know.
Now it's wild to think that, and part of me wonders if they will finish it, and they're just going to call it a tax write-off now, and then like in a year or two, when when they feel more stable or something, they'll come back to it because they've got all this footage of it. It's 90 million. Excuse me, it's a $90 million movie, right? Like,
Right.
I don't know.
I mean, they did it with Zack Snyder, his Justice League. I mean, if there's enough people clamoring for it, it could happen. I hope it does.
So what we need all of our listeners to do is go buy bots like Zack Snyder did and get the background.
Yeah.
Love it. See, they love it.
Yeah, they love it.
They don't
Hashtag
listen to humans, but we listen to robots. So.
Yeah, exactly. Well,
God, Skynet for real, yo.
yeah,
Yes.
Skynet for real.
Oh my
By the way,
God.
is that article about Zack Snyder that came out about his whole Justice League and boy, that thing was condemning as fuck. And
'Cause he's a piece
I
what a
of
haven't
shit.
read it. I haven't
Oh,
read it
I'm going to
yet.
send it to you, Richard. You
You
need to
need to
read it
read
Please
because
do.
it
Please do.
is wild. Because they can't really prove a lot of the stuff like the article indicates, but they're like the timing of everything is really weird, right? And they're like, there's a
Yeah.
lot of conveniences here about how Ray Fisher was tweeting at the exact same times to condemn certain people of harassing behavior exactly when Zack Snyder's trying to get money around with that exact person or meeting with them. It's a wild read. You definitely need to read it. It's insane.
Okay.
Yeah, Zack Snyder's a piece of shit.
Well,
that was before that, so
Yeah.
true, but I totally want to read it. And as for the Ray Fisher thing, how about this? How about they were being a little racist, and how about they were taking him out of scenes that he should have been in. And when you see
yeah,
the Zack Snyder version over that crap that came out in the theaters,
yeah.
holy shit, it's a
They-
completely different movie.
They talk about
Anyway.
Ray Fisher in that article.
Yeah, wait till you read it because
Yeah.
Okay, all right, I'm
weird.
gonna read it.
It's weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not saying that didn't happen because let's be honest, most fucking people are racist. Like, I'm just gonna straight up be able to say it. Like that just especially in an old school system like Hollywood. Yeah, those
Yeah,
executives for real. That
sexist.
doesn't shock me
Yeah.
whatsoever. This article really puts it in some interesting perspectives though. So it's not
Okay.
just that. That's just one of its 1,000 things, including the bots and including Zack Snyder's may have been involved in a lot of domain buying and
Oh
stuff
my
like that. And
God.
he stole the reels from Warner Brothers, and Warner Brothers had to like call the cops to get him back. Like it's
Yeah, it's like some wild shit.
it's
This is
insane.
like conspiracy shit. Seriously,
Dude.
I can't wait to read it.
Yeah, I
Better
don't
than
know.
conspiracy. It's real life.
Yeah, well,
I was gonna say I don't know how much of it is true or whatnot, but this person
All
was
that
like,
shit is true.
but it's pretty wild to read it. So yeah, I don't know. The WB Discovery thing is just wild to me. I'm sure we'll get more clarification. I don't know if we'll get more clarification on it as time goes on, but they've made some perplexing decisions as they go forward. I think the last thing I want to say about it is I think I have said this for years now, is that I do not understand the business model of streaming services. When Peacock comes out and says we lost $1 billion last year, and you're like, how are you still in business by losing $1 billion?
Exactly.
And Netflix is like, we have to spend 900 million to make $1 billion. And you're like, so your running capital is only $100 million as the largest streaming service, or whatever their numbers are. I don't know if those are the exact
I
numbers.
just saw something today that Disney surpassed Netflix.
Yeah,
today.
most subscribers now.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Well, I believe it with all the content that's coming out. I mean, and I'll just
Disney
say
can
it.
back it though. Disney can back it because they get money from
They
theme parks
can.
and stuff like that. Netflix doesn't have that. Like,
Right.
it's the only reason Peacock could lose $1 billion and still exist is because NBC Universal, right? They have their actual TV channels and they have all of that stuff to support it. But I think that this HBOMax WB Discovery thing just kind of proves that like the streaming model, the business model is not a sound one, and all it takes is like a few bad decisions and it can cripple that whole thing. So anyway, that's the last thing I wanted to say about it. Any last thoughts you guys have on the WB Discovery before we wrap up this episode?
Please don't cancel Westworld. There's one more episode left this season. I don't know how the fuck they're gonna end it in an hour, so like I need another season.
Watch the new episode be 3 hours long.
Oh, I'm in. I'd be okay if they did like Firefly. If they were gonna cancel it, but then they came out with a movie that ended it.
There you go. There you go. Absolutely. Please don't cancel Young Justice. Please don't cancel Titans, because from season 3, it finally got good. Season 1 was like, oh, okay. Season 2 is, what the fuck are they doing? And season 3 is, oh my god, they got the Scarecrow, and it's actually cool because they had to go back to Gotham instead of San Francisco. I'm just saying, it's awesome. We got a new Robin, Tim Drake, and bring back fucking Swamp Thing. That was a great show.
I was gonna make a joke about Swamp Thing when you were done, because I was gonna say, like, of all the shows they canceled Swamp Thing 5 years ago, so they were way ahead of the curve on that one.
Well, it was so good. And goodbye, all of Arrowverse, because evidently,
I've heard that.
Yeah, it's got last season of The Flash is this upcoming season 9. It's gone. I mean, all of it's gone. And Superman and Lois has distanced themselves from the whole Arrow universe, and that's how they got their start. It was on Supergirl. So anyway, I'm okay with it because I like Superman and Lois. It's actually really good, and it's about them being parents and making some hard decisions, and it's still action packed. So anyway, don't cancel that either. I'm having a good time with it. So, and bring back Swamp Thing.
I like how your guys' final thoughts are just pleading with them to not cancel. Like, this is as Steph said, this was a hostile takeover, I guess, and we are hostages to the HBO Max cancellation. So
yes,
all right. Let's wrap this up, guys. Thank you, everybody. Check us out on social media. Let's hear what you guys have to say. What do you have to say about the WB Discovery kind of merger that's going on and all of the fluctuations that are going on there? And hit us up on social media over at facebook.com /Idle Nerd Musings, or over at Twitter at Idle Nerd Musings. We're over there. Hit us up in the comments and chat with us on all of that. And in the meantime, thank you so much for listening. Thank you for watching. You guys are the reasons we're out there in the world. So thank you so much for all of that. You guys are fantastic. And thank you for everyone that's been interacting with us over on the social media and whatnot. Thank you to the kind people over at Earglue Media for all of your support as a network. You guys are fantastic. Thank you to Eric Fossum with Fossum Studios for all of our graphics and videos and all of that. And thank you to everyone that works so hard to bring so many nerdy things to us day in and day out, except for you, Discovery. You can go fuck yourself. And with that, we bid you good night as we set this nerd mind to idle. Thank you so much, guys. We will talk to you next episode for this. You guys have a great night.
Bye, guys.
Watch Sandman. Watch Sandman.
Oh, yeah. Sandman. We'll talk about him next time. We'll talk about him. He'll get sand. It just gets everywhere. I hate it. It's so grainy.
Hate it. It's in everything. So does Anakin. He hates it too.
He hates it. All right. Thank you, guys. Have a good night.